Hello, it is Friday, December 16th, 2011 at 10:22 p.m. Central Standard Time. And a while back I made a video on Felicity, and the way I ended up in Felicity was right here on radar. One day I noticed these beams that go, beams, I'm not sure what it is, but they appear to go in and out. But let's take a closer look. This is on the border of Arizona and California, way down in the southernmost part. And this loop is going from 0054 to 338 UTC. And you can see right here. And they're fairly intense too, because see they're red and white. If you go over to Wonder Map, which is how I found Felicity in the first place, unfortunately loop was a little while back, and it's not as dramatic right at the moment, but it was still happening a few minutes ago here, so let's see if we can get it. All kinds of things flashing on here. And they're right here. Oh, it's hidden behind the words. Okay, let's go in closer. And what they're doing is they travel up this railroad track. See, here's the railroad track right here. And see, coming right out of here. And it's right by Ruthven here is where it's showing at the moment. Not nearly as intense as it was just a little while ago. But let's go in and take a look at it. Here's Felicity right here. See, here's one here, and then here's one up by Ruthven. And they're right on this railroad track. There's a series of electrical lines that kind of lead to that area. Let's switch over to Google Earth in a minute here. It's cumbersome here in Wonder Map. But you can see, I want to see right in here you got activity, and here along in here and down in here. So if I go over to Google Earth, I've been poking around. There's a I don't know what this is. Some kind of a industrial, actually several of them. But let's start over here by the railroad tracks. If I remember right, well, no, not here. Sometimes I run into where there's electrical signals running up and down the railroad tracks. There's been two sets. Well, I guess that is two sets. So, I don't know what that has to do with anything, but it just seems very odd that the electricity runs up and down the railroad tracks. Let's go. I'll show you some other things around here. So the railroad tracks come around. Here's the border crossing right here. Had my mouse hooked in, it'd be easier here, but I'm doing it with the one on the pad. One thing I found interesting in this general area was this little structure right here. Up here is a mall, it looks like. Some kind of a big, something with a lot of parking and a large building. But down here is this little building with no parking. So it's not anything for the public. And then I'm not sure what that could be, but there's two of them, geodesic type structures. And then over here we have kind of a dam area with a lot of electrical let's see. We don't have very good resolution here, so it's hard to get a good fix on what we're looking at. And then where I started here, I think it's down here more, yes. Because I've seen pulses coming out of like this area before. That looks like a waste management. I might be wrong. Because of these big round things. And then where we started was this facility here. It's got these turbine things over here, and more electric. These look like solar type. Anyway, going back to where we were, I want to show you that what makes this even more interesting is this is the jet stream we're looking at. And here it was 12:16 at 00 GMT, and you can see there's a I guess this is a high pressure area, and you can see it's close to that area we were just looking at. I'm gonna go forward. Gotta go backwards first, I think. There it is. This is at 12 GMT, so it's right over. Here's Felicity right here, and that's at 12:16 at 1200 GMT. Oops, I wanted to go further just to try it again. Here. And this is closer to now. This is 12:17 at 000 GMT. And we're still getting that higher pressure area. And I'm going to go ahead and let it loop through. And you can see that it kind of just hangs there. Because this goes forward in time. We're at 12:19. 12:20. And then also going to the College of DuPage, looking at the troposphere report, we can see that that pressure is right over that area. Here's California, Arizona, Felicity's right here. And this dark blue is way up here, like 450. So it's at the top of the scales for tropospheric pressure. And the time on this is December 16th at 18 UTC. Oh wow, look at that. Plus 6 hours, so that's 18. That'd be 12:17. And what time is it now? Let's look. We're at 4:31 UTC for Saturday. That'd be the 17th. And then this is what it looks like on this report. Actually, it looks like more like a outer circle, and then there's a lighter area in the middle, more like a donut. So then I also checked out the infrared satellite, and something that caught my eye at 21 UTC on December 16th, so that was quite a few hours ago, is there's a dot. I know it's a little thing, but it just kind of jumped out at me. There's this little dot right here that comes in. If you go a frame forward backwards, it's not there. There it is, and then frame forward, it's not there. If you go back to Wonder Map, let me show you. I didn't think too much of the dot until I saw this. I'll try to remember to hook up my mouse next time so these things go smooth. I gotta wait till this regroups. We got snow and ice showing up right where that little white dot was, in the mountains here in Mexico, south of Manchon Blanco. And I'll go back and show you on this one. See, it's right here. And go back to Wonder Map. So I'm not sure if that's anything or not, but I just found it interesting that, I mean, there's no other snow in the mountains, just right where that white dot is. And I see if there's something else over here. Oh, and we also have this big band coming through, and that's at December 17th at 3:45 UTC. So there you have it. God bless you. Have a good evening.